Spidge is a fantasy football game where you can put your managerial skills to the test against other players to win real money prizes. Track player performance live during match days as players complete actions such as passes, shots and many more using Opta stats. The teams with the most points each match day will enter the winning zone, allowing managers to win real money. So, put your managerial skills to the test and download Spidge for free today via the link in the description. Hello FPL managers and welcome back for another video. Today we have a look at our team selection for Game Week 2. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe as it really supports the channel. If you haven't already, check out the other Game Week 2 content that we have put out so far, and with that being said, let's jump into the video. So having a look at how the squad got in Game Week 1, in goals we did start with Ward, who just got the 1 point for Leicester, as they did concede 2 goals at home to Brentford. We were tossing up between the two keepers of Ward and Raya on who to start here, and both teams ended up conceding 2 goals, with Ward not making too many saves, as that Leicester defence did fall asleep a couple of times in the second half. Regardless, as far as 4.0 players go, it is good to have a starting goalkeeper at this price, so I can't really be too fussed with his points returner since he is so cheap. Amongst the defenders, Alexander-Arnold could only manage 1 point, which was very disappointing, as Liverpool failed to get a clean sheet and actually conceded 2 goals to Fulham. This definitely wasn't one of Alexander-Arnold's best games, as he didn't really offer too much attacking potential, with a fairly low XG and XA for this match, as well as obviously not getting that clean sheet. Liverpool were very lackluster in this game, but I am hoping they can bounce back for their Game Week 2 match against Crystal Palace at home, where I would also expect them to record a clean sheet after Palace did fail to score in their first Game Week 1 match. Trippier was one of the highlights of the game week, as he was able to produce 7 points for me in that Newcastle defence, which was nice to see after he got himself a clean sheet. This did come at home to Nottingham Forest as Newcastle won 2-0, and Trippier did play fairly well as well, which has allowed him to get the extra bonus point. Overall, I did really like what I saw from him, as he got into some decent attacking positions and he attempted an assist there as well. Andy Robertson was a part of that Liverpool double up in defence that didn't perform very well, as despite him getting very far at the pitch and putting a multitude of crosses into the box, he couldn't get himself any attacking returns and missed out on those clean sheet points. It was a bit frustrating, as we did choose Robertson over the likes of Reece James at £1 million less, who did outscore him this game week, but once again I am hoping that Liverpool defence can bounce back as they have good upcoming fixtures. João Cancelo rounded out the defence with 7 points, which was fairly solid, as he got himself some bonus points to accompany his clean sheet against West Ham. To the midfielders, it was nice to see Bukayo Saka still an assist late due to an own goal from Mark Guehi, as throughout the game Saka did look fairly solid but didn't get rewarded with his points right till the end. Of course, Arsenal did get that extra clean sheet point as well, taking him up to 6 points, and his Arsenal teammate in Gabriel Martinelli also performed very well, as he got the opening goal of the Premier League. I was very impressed with Martinelli throughout this game, as he had 2 big chances with a very high XG of 0.84 throughout the 90. On captaincy, Mo Salah racked in 24 points for the side, as he got himself a goal and an assist in a very good second half performance from Liverpool against Fulham. The decision to go with Salah as captain once again in Game Week 1 paid off, as he was the highest scoring player in the team, and it was really good to see that decision rewarded. Salah had some very good underlying numbers with this game, with a 0.52 XG and a 0.39 XA, as he took 2 shots, one of which was on target, and also attempted an assist. Leon Bailey was disappointing for Aston Villa, as he was the only midfielder that blanked this game week, as he just got the 2 points, not really providing too much from an attacking standpoint. He is one that could be up for rotation for Aston Villa in Game Week 2, so we'll have to see how that goes. To the forwards, both Kane and Jesus blanked with 2 points, as neither of them could record a goal or assist in Game Week 1. Kane I was especially disappointed with at his £11.5 million facing Southampton at home. I definitely was expecting a return from him in this game, but his underlying stats weren't the greatest throughout the 90. He did attempt a couple of assists and had 2 shots on target, but his XG was just sitting at 0.12, as he was playing fairly shallow and high at the pitch. Gabriel Jesus, on the other hand, was putting himself in some very good positions against Crystal Palace, and he did go on one dribble where he nearly fancied himself a chance, but couldn't quite finish for him. So I do think with Arsenal's good fixtures over the next few game weeks, Jesus will be on the score sheet. Also, compared to Kane, he is a lot cheaper, so I am definitely more willing to hold on to him in the coming weeks. David Raya blanked with 2 points and actually outscored our keeper that we did choose to start in Danny Ward, as David Raya did make 3 saves. Andreas Pereira and Patterson both scored 2 points, and it was also nice to see Patterson outscore Nico Williams, as both of these players are coming in at £4 million, and Archer got subbed on for 1 point. So this meant that in game week 1 we scored a total of 61 points, which is definitely not the most ideal game week, as of course we didn't have Haaland in that forward line who outscored Kane, and Reece James outscored Robertson. So before we have a look at how the team takes to the pitch for game week 2, let's discuss some transfer plans. We have used our free transfer this week as Harry Kane departs the squad in place of Erling Haaland after his good double-digit return in game week 1 and the fact that he faces Bournemouth at home in game week 2. We were able to make this change before the price rises, so Haaland is now up to £11.6 million, increasing our team vote to £99.6 million with 0.5 in the bank. So with these transfers in mind, let's have a look at our Game Week 2 side. In goals, Raya comes in place of Ward after he outscored him by 1 point in Game Week 1 and probably has the better fixture of Manchester United at home compared to Ward, who faces Arsenal away. Manchester United did struggle in Game Week 1, just scoring the 1 goal which didn't come from an own goal from Brighton, so I am hoping Brentford can improve their defence a little bit in Game Week 2 after they did concede 2 in Game Week 1. David Raya has shown that he has that good save potential as well, as he's already picked up 1 save bonus across the season, so I am hoping in this Manchester United game he can pick up plenty of save points. In the defence, Alexander-Arnold remains in the side despite just getting the 1 point in Game Week 1, as Liverpool have a very good fixture of Crystal Palace at home. Crystal Palace themselves didn't get themselves a goal in the first game week of the season, being held goalless by Arsenal, and I do think since Liverpool are playing at home and clearly have a better defence than Arsenal, they will also be able to get the clean sheet. Trippier remains in the side as this week he faces Brighton away, which is also a fairly decent fixture from a defensive standpoint, as Brighton don't tend to score a massive amount of goals, and that Newcastle defence did have one of the highest expected clean sheets in Game Week 1. In fact, Newcastle did rank top for expected clean sheets in Game Week 1, as they had a 0.82 score. So considering Trippier's good balance of defensive and offensive potential, he could prove to be once again another nice pick for this game week. Andy Robertson is a part of a Liverpool double up in defence once more, as he of course faces Crystal Palace at home. I was very impressed with his positioning in Game Week 1, as he did put a couple of good crosses into the box, so I am hoping he can do more of the same here and potentially add that clean sheet. Jacques Cancelo probably has the best fixture out of any player in the team this week, as he faces Bournemouth at home, which is definitely an excellent one from both a defensive standpoint and of course the attacking potential with him. He did make a couple of good runs forward against West Ham and played a nice pass into Kevin De Bruyne, whose shot just went wide, so I do think if he can replicate this throughout Game Week 2, he could definitely haul a double-digit return. You could almost lock in that Manchester City clean sheet against Bournemouth at home, as Bournemouth did actually score 2 points in Game Week 1, but Man City got that clean sheet away and of course always have a very solid defence, so for that reason I do think Cancelo could be one of the best scoring players. To the midfielders now, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli are part of that double up in Arsenal midfield, as they both face Leicester at home. I do think this fixture of Leicester at home is a bit of an underrated one, as Leicester did concede 2 goals at home in Game Week 1, and Arsenal's attack in Game Week 1 against Crystal Palace did look very potent, so I am hoping these two can get involved once again, as they both provided returns in the first week. Currently, Mo Salah is the captain of the side, as this week he's got Crystal Palace at home. He did produce a goal and an assist in Game Week 1, which was bettered by Haaland's 2 goals, as Haaland did actually outscore him by 1 point, but I really like Mo Salah at Anfield, as he typically performs well at this ground. Looking at the expected FPL points for Game Week 1, Haaland did rank top with 11.98, but Salah wasn't too far behind with 8.08 expected FPL points, and I just think since Liverpool are playing at home, he can really step up. Just something to note as well, Haaland did come off in the 78th minute for Man City, so there is the potential that he does leave early once again, as hopefully Salah can play that full 90. I am a bit in doubt of whether he's going to get another start, as he was playing over Watkins in Game Week 1, and after a decently bad performance by himself, he could drop to the bench. But of course this is a very good fixture, so if he can start, that would be very ideal for the side, as at £5 million he could prove to be a nice value pick for this game week. And with the new transfer to the side, Erling Haaland comes in place of Harry Kane to face Bournemouth at home this week, as actually this Kane to Haaland transfer has been the most popular amongst FPL managers, with 48% of all transfers made being this game week doing this transfer. As we touched on, Haaland did have the highest expected FPL points in Game Week 1 with nearly 12 after he produced 2 goals for Man City, and looks to be getting plenty of chances, and I do think since Man City will dominate possession against Bournemouth at home, he could potentially get back-to-back double-digit hauls. And of course, Jesus is that other starting striker, as despite blanking in game week 1, it remains in the side, as I did really like his positioning, and of course he's coming off that very good pre-season, so against Leicester at home I am hoping for a goal. So with that starting 11 covered, let's have a look at the bench. Danny Ward drops here as he's got Arsenal away, which is probably a slightly worse fixture than Manchester United at home, which is David Raya's fixture, as Arsenal did score 2 goals in game week 1 away to Palace. Patterson remains in the first bench position. He did get a start for Everton last week, and they have a decent fixture of Aston Villa away, so if Bailey doesn't play for the full 90 minutes, he will be coming on. Andreas Pereira impressed in game week 1 at being decently attacking against Liverpool, and he's got Wolves away in game week 2, and Archer rounds off the bench with a good fixture of Everton at home, where hopefully he can come off the bench for Villa once more. Thanks for watching today's video. If you guys want to become a channel member, then click the join button down below and get featured on the members board at the end of the videos, just like Philip Ash here. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to show support for the channel and click the notification bell. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.